Hi, it's Feel Good Friday, which means our Wellbeing at Work series continues. Today is Hug a Vegetarian Day, it being the 24th of September. So grab your nearest veggie and embrace them wholeheartedly, following COVID guidelines appropriately. The thing with being a vegetarian is for some people it's just a massive mind shift and you feel like you've been missing out on far too many of your favourite dishes to make it something that you could permanently change your lifestyle to. That's absolutely fine. Everything in moderation, right? So it's worth considering having maybe a meat-free Monday. That way, you're learning to move slightly further out of your comfort zone, having to think about different ways of cooking for you and your family. The advantages of a more plant-based diet are manyfold. Of course, there's things like less cholesterol going into your body, potentially, depending on what else you're eating, and also reducing weight, increasing your fibre, so lots and lots of physical benefits, more vitamins, or different vitamins anyway. That also therefore means that your mental state gets improved. That's what this series is, of course, all about. Making sure that you are eating plenty of vegetables with every meal, whether that's meat or not, means that your whole body and mind are being supported properly. Now, there is a caveat to that. I obviously live in southern Spain, and not very far from me are the plastic greenhouses, driven by consumer demand for out-of-season fruit and veg. These plastic greenhouses are not well looked after. The plastic itself, when it's ruined by the sun, which doesn't take long, just gets thrown into the countryside. That then breaks down, it becomes microplastics, which of course wash into our seas, and the whole cycle begins again. Not only that, but the people working in these greenhouses are more often than not illegal immigrants. They've got no rights and they are treated no better than modern slaves, living in horrific housing conditions, working in horrific heat conditions, and being treated no better than, frankly, an animal. So, if you're moving towards a plant-based diet, do bear in mind the importance of shopping locally. Shopping locally to find locally grown products. That way you've got more sway over... Excuse the dogs barking. That way you've got more sway over your choices as a consumer, because you're not feeding into some of the ghastly things that go on in other places for us to get our avocados out of season. It's a really big tip that a lot of people aren't aware of because you just don't know. It's just one of those things. There's a really great series called Around the Mediterranean where the presenter goes into a lot more detail. It's quite harrowing at times, but a really important point. So hug a vegetarian, but make sure you're doing it in the right season. Some ideas for packed lunches are really, really useful if you're thinking of being more plant-based. That can be really useful when you've got little ones and yourself that you're trying to perhaps save money by creating your own meals at home that you can then eat out. It's much cheaper than going to Costa and buying a takeaway every day for lunch. So have a quick Google. I'll put some links in the description below as well. And find a veggie, give them a hug.